managed
Give me
it.
a Hi, everyone, and welcome. At least I was going to welcome Linda in here, and then Linda just disappeared. She was in our live studio audience. We have quite a few others in our live studio audience, but Linda's been trying to get in, and she finally got in, and then she disappeared. So hopefully, Kevin, Linda will be back because this is going to be, I think, a great hour where we're going to talk about some of the coolest gifts for the holidays for people who are trying to walk through to improve their circulation. We could talk about walking sticks. We could talk about cream for feet. We could talk about some of the natural ways in which you can lower your cholesterol. I know you love that topic. We could talk about the oolong tea. We could talk about the chia seeds. We could talk about all that stuff that can actually help you naturally, including exercise to lower your cholesterol. But we have a lot of things to talk about this morning. I'm hiding just a little bit, Kevin, because I think my dad has come down with COVID and I take care of him. And I'm a little bit nervous. We're leaving in a week for our holiday adventure, and he's not feeling too good this morning. So I made him my typical concoction that I usually take, which is my emergency with a whole bunch of turkey tail mushroom powder. So hopefully that is going to help uh, minimize whatever he has, but it went straight to his lungs first before any other indication. And so that isn't, to me, what I've experienced as a typical cold or flu. I'm not sure your thoughts. So I put a COVID test out for him, and I'm hiding in my office to stay very far away.
Yeah, running a test is key. The
Yeah,
test,
I mean, at least with that, he can start some sort of medication, a prescription as well to help so it doesn't go any further.
yeah, an antiviral.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Exactly. Exactly. So
Can I
that's
tell
where
you
we're at. How are you doing today?
Can I tell you my recommended gift for the holidays
Yes.
for PAD
Your
people?
book? For your book? How about your book?
No. I don't like to proselytize. The
I do. You can get his book.
yoga toes. Get some yoga
Yoga
toes.
Toes.
Start spreading your feet. And then the next thing you should get is a training watch. If you can afford it, you can get them for a couple $100 now. A Garmin, so you can really track what you're doing in your progress. So that's where I would start myself.
Yeah. Oh, guess what? Linda is coming back. We have to say hello to Linda as soon as she pops in. Hi, Linda. We thought we lost you for a second.
Hi.
It's so good to see you.
And you, who am I seeing?
And
I'm
so for those of
Marina.
you, whoops. So for those of you keeping score here, I've already kicked my light off and kicked my light on. So we'll see what color I can make myself right now. As I'm on my treadmill, as I usually am, but I didn't realize we just got back from Carlsbad and visiting my brother. So I'm back in the studio for the very first time. And so things are not set where they should. And so I don't know if I fixed it right here, but we'll leave it for right now. Um, I'll be whatever color I can be. I think I made it a little bit more dramatic is what I just did. So hi, Linda. You came in
Hi.
at a really exciting time. I think I was just way too excited to see that you're here. You made it.
I
And
have.
for those of
And
you,
I'm not very tech savvy either, so
I think you
that
did
was
great.
something.
Linda,
And she's coming.
you in England?
No, I'm in Malta.
Oh,
I live in Gozo,
okay.
which is near Malta.
Is Malta a British
She,
protectorate still, or no?
No, no. They celebrate the break every year.
Oh, good for them. Good idea too.
Yeah, no, it's a lovely place.
Linda is a fighter. And you
Yeah.
talked to Mariano Polania, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
You got to talk to one of the top doctors literally in the world, on the planet. He called you directly, or you called him?
No, we messaged each other.
He messaged. Oh,
Yeah,
that is so cool. I
yeah,
love that you're at least connected with him.
yeah. Well, I'm hoping I can contact him again later.
What's your
Yeah, you just have a
situation,
lot.
Linda? What's your PAD?
Sorry.
What is your PAD situation?
Oh, stable at the moment.
I mean,
Stable.
what's the severity of the blockages or your ABI?
Right. I have 2 full blockages below my limbs in both legs, in the
So
arteries.
your
So
pulse-
below the
I
knee.
have one. I have one that trickles. So, but that's okay. That's okay. And I have slight blockages in the femoral, in the common femoral, and in the superficial femoral. So yeah, it was bad last year. This time last year, it was ischemic. So I've done really well. So
You have done really well.
yeah,
what
yeah.
what did you do?
What do? I just carry on. I try to live a normal life.
No, I wonder what you did to fix it and make it better. Was it surgery or
Oh,
walking or what?
oh, no, yeah. I had stents put in to top and bottom of my legs. So so there. I wasn't expecting those questions. Sorry, but yes, I had stents put in, and then one of the my right leg then went again. Let's just put it that way. And so I went to see my surgeon, and he actually said there was nothing more he could do for me. And after crying for a few hours, I sought second opinion, and I ended
Yeah.
up going to London. And I think you've actually mentioned my consultant, Bicknell, Colin Bicknell.
Yeah, he's
It,
actually been on our show. Yeah, he's a top researcher in the
that's right.
UK.
Well, he's my second opinion, and he restented and worked on my leg, and
Okay.
it's done very well.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
See,
I'm
that's
very
amazing.
pleased.
But you're also how are you trying to improve the circulation on your own? Are you doing some foot exercises?
I do some of Kevin's exercises. You know that boom boom
Mhm.
boom boom. I pump my feet all the time. It doesn't matter where I am, at a bus stop, or in the surgery waiting, or in a shop waiting for my husband. My toes go. I exercise them that way. But that's and I've got a treadmill, but I can't walk. And
Oh, you still can't walk very much.
no, no. It's actually getting worse now. So both legs are gone on me, and so I have Agatha.
Okay, so
And
that's why Kevin can actually help you if you're doing the foot exercises. Sounds
yeah,
like you might be doing, is it the PAD 100 where you're kind of bringing your feet in and out like this,
yeah.
or are you clawing?
I stretch my toes as much as I can, and then I
Oh,
bring
toe
them down.
yoga.
Yeah, and I really and I work on them, and I work on my feet and the alphabet. My ankles. So I mean that's about. I just can't. I just can't walk. It's really difficult just to get. Getting up and downstairs is just horrendous. So I have to until I get my knees sorted, and
Oh, and
that's
then
the
on top
crazy.
of that, the
It,
knees,
it's
huh?
it's my knees that are stopping me walking, not
Not the
claudication.
arteries.
Yeah, I'd be fine without the knee problem.
What's
I
the
was
name?
Uh,
at a conference, Linda, I was at a conference, I think Kevin would get a kick out of this, in El Paso, Texas. It was Limb Saver Society that put on a conference, and I was a speaker. And right before me was Dr. Bonilla, who practices in San Antonio. And he was saying that in his walking clinic at the hospital, they have a no gravity machine for people who need to walk, get the benefits of walking, but have knee issues or hip issues. And he said it's been amazing
oh wow.
results for these patients, but the machine is so expensive. Oh my goodness. But you know what was interesting, and Kevin would love this, is that as well. is that they started talking when we were talking afterwards. If several doctors were saying that actually walking in water is a really good transitional method of starting to kind of just to keep moving in the meantime.
I actually do. I actually go into. I'm very blessed. We have locally a smallish hotel, and it's got a swimming pool where I'm a member, and it's heated throughout the winter, and it's outside, but it's heated, and which is great. And I actually walk that. The water comes up to about here on me.
Okay.
Normal people would be on their tummies, but it comes to about. And I actually walk, and I do cycling exercises, and it's the only time that I feel no pain whatsoever. None, none. My feet, it's lovely. So I do that 3 times a week, just to see what I can. I would go more, but I'm lazy.
What is the issue with your knees, Linda?
Sorry.
What's the issue with your knees?
The joints need replacing.
Oh, you got bone on bone.
Yeah, they're actually
Oh
grinding. The
no.
bones are grinding each other at the moment.
Ah.
And that's why I needed to have something done to stop the pain, because I don't want knee replacement if I
No, they
can
have
help.
something new in some areas. I know in the UK they have this as well, and I have the doctor that is leading the way in the UK on it, but it's called genicular arterial embolization, or GAE.
Embolization.
And
Yeah.
so they go in there and they embolize the abnormal vessels that are feeding the inflamed area. And it
Hmm.
helps. It does help. We've had people report that they've seen improvement for about a year. I mean, it doesn't take away the fact that your bones are having issues, but it can take a little bit of the edge off. So it's worth looking into to see if it's a right fit for you.
Yeah,
I can
that's
find the
the.
doctor's name for you.
Thank you. The doctor that you, what was this? Sorry, the
Mariano
doctor
Polina, Dr.
Marion.
Mariano Polina.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the one that I was hoping would do the GAE.
Oh, he can do the GAE.
And the fact that he was a specialist as well with vascular problems,
Yeah.
um, gave me quite a lot of faith. But so
People go
unfortunately,
and train with him from across the globe.
yeah, I mean, it would have taken me 12 hours to get to him,
Yeah.
because we don't have direct flights. Unbelievably, we don't have direct flights to all of Spain. Only Barcelona and one other place. So you have to go to another country to get to Spain, or to get to where you want to go.
What
So
about to
I
Italy? You can't get to Italy, or is that pretty far
I
from you?
can I know I can get to it. Italy is about an hour away, or an hour
Well,
and a
because I
half.
mean, yeah, I was going to say because he's in Padua.
Yeah, but the easiest place for me is where I can get an absolute direct is it Sofia, Bulgaria? Is it Bulgaria?
So why could he not do it in Italy? Why is he only in Spain right now? I know he goes back and forth.
I don't know. I didn't want to. I felt so grateful to get an appointment with him, and then I get a scan, and it's just on the day that I would have been leaving. I now have my PET scan, and I have to
Uh,
have it. I have to. So I mean, they're very good here for scans. They are good, but if you turn one down, you have to wait, and
oh.
I can't really afford to wait. So. Because I think my
Well,
treatment is
maybe
changing.
it'll be good timing because maybe by the time that you're ready to get back to him,
Yeah,
he may be back in Padua, and you could fly into Venice, and
yeah,
then it's only what 30 to 40 minutes from there.
yeah. I don't mind that at all. I mean, that would be great. But I
Well,
mean,
that's why I thought of him. I thought he was so much closer.
yes. Well, he is in
Yeah.
the sense of for some reason they just don't fly to the different parts of Spain. And I mean, I went to Spain this year and to see friends, and I actually had to fly to France first and then into Spain. and then an hour's drive, so it wouldn't have been a major problem. But except for my family coming on the 18th and me disappearing on the 17th, so as well, everything just went haywire. I
Well,
thought, no,
getting
it's
through the
not meant to be.
holidays, just keep doing what you're doing, get in the pool, do what
Mm.
feels good, right, Kevin? Get in the pool and as many times if you can, get in. And it'd be great if you showed up next week and said, "Hey, since we talked on Wednesday, I've been in the pool every single day."
Oh, yes. Yeah, I'm allowed to go
It's
in the pool
called
every day.
accountability.
All right, all right. We'll see. My life is so busy. I mean, I'm after the reason I'm wearing this, by the way, is
She is
is not.
wearing a
It,
cute Christmas outfit because
I
people
am, I am,
on
but
YouTube can't see it.
I'm going for a Christmas curry. When I finish
How
this
fun.
call, I'm going out with my walking group. That's a laugh. I go out with my walking group, and we meet every fortnight as well to have a curry. So tonight is our Christmas curry.
I have a
So
question, Linda.
yes,
Why,
Kevin,
why are you not considering knee replacement?
because I'm really frightened of losing my leg. That to me is just a no-no.
Because
She
of your,
has a lot of things she can't really talk about that are going on that makes her not the best surgical candidate.
oh, I get it. It's just I've had several people I know have had it done and they were so relieved to be rid of the pain. And so I just wondered. So if there's some other compounding variable, then that makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
it's major surgery. And if you have poor blood supply, to
hmm
the knee region, then of course it increases the risk. Okay,
I mean,
I just
yeah, my consultant, Colin, he wasn't very happy for me to have it done, but
Yeah.
he did say to me, if it's quality of life, I can understand. But he also wrote to the surgeon here in Gozo or Malta, um, and said that he would liaise with the surgeon, which I thought was fantastic, um, to find a way around everything. So, but the surgeon here wasn't as accepting of that.
We had a
So,
patient over in Michigan and she had knee replacement and she had some below the knee artery issues and
mm,
she didn't have enough blood flow to um, to not only heal the incision that was
mhm,
made for the knee replacement, but then with her leg up the whole for so long, she almost lost her leg because of lack of blood flow. And
that's
so
right.
I always say it's really you got to think twice depending on where you're at in PAD. But we also just had someone with just intermediate PAD that had a very successful procedure with knee replacement. So it just depends on
Mm,
the person, and so you have to talk to your doctor. And I think it's important not to only talk to your orthopedic, but also, as you did, talk to your vascular as well, and make sure that they're on the same page with your
yeah.
care.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, I feel that as well. I really do. But I mean, on the positive sides, I'm off on holiday
Good for
after
you.
Christmas. Been planned for a long time actually, but we're off to Australia and New Zealand. Um,
That'll be
but
fun. If you go to Sydney, you have one of the top vascular surgeons on the planet there. You have two of them,
really, well,
actually.
I'm there for 3 days. Do you think that's long enough? No, we're there for 3 days in Sydney, but we're actually catching a train from Perth down to Sydney. So,
Okay.
well, neither
Have
of
fun.
us are. I mean, my husband's 81. He's not as fit as he was. So we're doing the train, and then we're going on a cruise around New Zealand. So there won't be a
That'll
massive
be fun.
amount of walking, and Agatha's coming with me anyway. So Agatha is my mobility scooter, by the way.
So
Kevin.
we were talking, Kevin, I asked her to show up. I said, maybe Kevin has some ideas on some exercises that you could do while you're on, riding Agatha around the islands, around New Zealand and around Australia or wherever you are, wherever you're going on the cruise. And, you could do some of those foot pumps. What else, Kevin? Yoga
Well,
Oh, I can
toes. You
swim
could do
every
yoga
day.
toes.
I think the main thing is that Linda seems to have a good attitude and she's
Yeah.
taking it on. That's the bottom line in this case. And you know your whole story. We don't,
No.
from where you have to be careful and where not.
Yeah.
So the trick
No,
is, as you know, keep moving and grow collaterals and improve flow through your feet and all that stuff. But the knee problem is real. I know that a friend of mine attempted the injection of, not osteocytes, cells into the knee, and that
yes.
helped a bit. But if it's too much damage, it doesn't work.
Is that
Yeah.
PRP?
I don't know.
Yeah, my dad had PRP on it.
Yeah. They've offered me to go, I mean, privately here, to go for PRP here. So I might do that first. But I understand that the success rate isn't that fantastic. Did it work for your dad?
Depends. Yeah, it worked for my dad. He was fine for 5 years. And
Wow.
he's just now thinking about, well, here in the United States, PRP is not covered by insurance and genicular arterial embolization is covered. So he's thinking that he may
Oh,
try GAE this time versus spending thousands of dollars on PRP. And it's just a much quicker procedure as well.
well, we don't luckily have to pay that sort of money. And my everything else is the UK pay for.
But I mean, if that's what they have for you, I would
Mm.
imagine that, I mean, if my dad was covered for PRP here, he probably would just do it again because we still have to fly across the country to go to the best doctor for GAE.
All right. Okay. You can't get to Spain then, or
No,
Italy.
but we have a couple pioneers here for GAE, and I think that they're great. But I would just love to go to Spain just simply to go to Spain. I I've actually been in Mario Palena's cath lab. He and Marco Monzi, I've been in their cath lab multiple times over in Padova, Italy. They have some talent there. They go above and beyond, I think, what most doctors would do. If someone is on deck for amputation, they have the philosophy, why not try as long as you're not putting the patient in jeopardy and the patient is going to lose their leg if you don't do something, they'll try anything, they'll do it. And a
There
lot of
was a
doctors come over from the States there.
right. There's another doctor. What was his motto, which I've adopted? Failure is not an option. And
Yeah.
he's in
Dr. Craig
Italy.
Walker.
Yes,
Dr. Craig
I
Walker.
loved his story, and I've repeated his story to other
Oh,
people, and I actually write to people when they're feeling and say failure is not an option. It's just
I
not.
love it.
So he even just reading about him made me, gave me a boost. So that was quite good. But
I
I
love that.
think go on.
No, I love that. I think, doctors also, they sometimes need to hear that they've inspired you. They
Yeah.
work hard every single day and they're putting their life on the line to save legs because every moment they're under that radiation, they're exposed. I mean, they're putting themselves at risk of cancer. And
Yes.
there's a documentary called Scattered. It's worth watching. It was on PBS here, and they have a website and they have all the different segments of it that are up there. And it's heart-wrenching. It makes you want to become a better partner in your care because you don't want your doctor to have to go under the fluoroscopy and spend hours upon hours trying to save your legs if you could have done something, or you still could do something like
That's
walk,
right.
walk,
Yeah.
walk, or
Mm.
get in the water and do some water aerobics, or
Mm.
do that toe
Mm.
yoga.
Yes. What I'd like to ask, if I may, one of the things that I'm finding, because I'm not using my legs as much, um, very little, I'm finding the muscles, my thigh muscles, are weakening. That I'm finding it hard to lift myself up the stairs.
Oh,
Um,
this is right here in Kevin's wheelhouse.
yes, please. What do I mean, I really need to do something about
If
the
you
muscles.
if you go to youtube.com/the @fit old dog, I think he has a video on how
All
to get up
right.
out of a chair. Kevin?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I don't know your situation enough to tell you what to do, but your muscles will waste away if you don't use them.
Exactly.
So
Mm.
you have to do some kind of active, isolated stretching kind of stuff, and the system where you just push your legs against an object, so you're using them. Swimming can be good if you can swim.
Yeah.
If you have access to a weight room with all those machines, you might find there's things you can do. But you've got to work out a workout routine that exercises the muscles that are wasting. And
Yes.
the thing is, your knees are going to interfere with a lot of this stuff that you need to do. I mean, how can you do, leg raises and stuff like that? And so the trick is, I think, if you can find a way to use machines in a gym and find the ones that you can actually use without it being a problem for your knees or your PAD, you need to explore that. You need to think like a detective. What can I do
Right.
and do that?
I mean, I have access to the gym as well, but there isn't anybody in the gym that that could guide me. It's you just go and work out on your own. People do. So that would be maybe another thing I could do maybe is recontact the physiotherapists and see if they can
Well,
advise me on things.
you just need one session with a PT, and they can come in and work out which weights, weight machines, and whatever you can use, and then you set up a routine. But
Hmm.
you're right. It does pay to have someone to show you how to use these things, because you,
Yeah.
you hurt yourself if you don't do it right. You've
Yep.
got to somehow You've got to somehow find a way to use those muscles in spite of your knees, or else they will wither away and you become weaker and weaker. Uh,
Yeah.
and I know it's a pain in the ass to do, but
Well, it's a pain somewhere, that's for sure.
you have to turn it into fun somehow, and you have to track your progress. Yeah, I mean, I don't know your situation enough to tell you specifics what to do. I mean,
Yeah.
you can watch my videos. There's like in the PAD playlist, there's like 30 odd, and I've added another one recently. Uh,
Oh
you
my.
you could
I
go.
have watched a couple.
They're very very brief videos, and you can
Hmm.
maybe see things that that you can relate to and you can try. Um, if you can swim, that is good. I
Mm.
don't know if you can use a kickboard, because that will work your hips. You can do lying on your back, kicking with your legs. That works a whole lot of muscles, and there's no strain on your knees. I mean, that's the beauty of the water. You're not
Yes.
fighting gravity, and there's no impact stresses.
Mm.
I mean, the
Yep.
water will well be your best friend in this whole game until you get some improvement with your knee pain. This
Yep.
knee pain, I've had 3 knee surgeries, and I know what it's like. I mean, it's real pain, actually. And so,
Where are we? Oh, sorry. They said it's quite debilitating.
absolutely. Hi, Mike. I think I saw you going out into the cold.
Yeah, he was pretty
Hi.
bundled up. I think he was shoveling
Hi.
snow, it looked like.
Yeah,
Oh my.
we've had a massive blast of snow and we're due a massive blizzard today. So I've just been shoveling the back garden. This is what we're like at the moment. This is how much the weather's changed.
Oh, beautiful.
So we're definitely in for a white Christmas.
Yes, that looks fantastic. Can you hear
It
me?
looks it. it looks it, but it's minus 20 plus. So it looks nice, but going outside is like a definite no at the moment. And I'm a bit disappointed because my line dancing class for tonight's just been cancelled because of this blizzard that's come in. So I'm really gutted because I really wanted to go to it tonight. I was really looking forward to my line dancing, but it's got to be done for safety issues. Everybody drives there, so with the blizzard, it's going to be pretty horrendous. We're reaching minus 30, I think, tonight through the night. So
wow.
So
Oh,
Mike,
gosh.
what if you did a little line dancing instruction for our group? Hey, you
No,
have
no.
it's just the live button. You click live, turn on some music.
Kevin
And
doesn't
we'll
like line
watch.
dancing.
I think
no,
Beyonce has a really great song that you and even a routine. Have you done that one yet?
What's that one? Sorry.
Beyonce has a song,
Oh,
a country song.
the Texas.
Texas Hold'em, something like
Yeah,
that.
no, I've not done that one yet. No. I
I'll
actually
learn
went to
that
one
one with
last.
you. I'll
I went to
totally
one
learn that
last
one with
night.
you.
Yeah, I might go live one day. I might just surprise you when because I train in the kitchen here as well. So if I just put my phone on the side, I might go live just to have a laugh one day.
No, I love it. You
I'm
should go live in the group and then allow me to click on, and Douglas would click on. I think Marina would too. Linda, you would join.
yes. I like Zumba.
I'm
Oh
actually.
yeah, I used to like
Oh,
Zumba.
Zumba. Yeah,
Yeah,
that sounds cool.
I used to Zumba 3 times a week up until
Oh
last
wow.
November. Yeah, I loved it. So there you go.
You know who I
I'm
would
actually learning one at the moment where I've got to kick my left leg up front and then my back leg backwards and do
You're
it like,
right.
no
yeah.
way.
So I was doing that in the kitchen yesterday, and you should have seen Geordie's face, my partner. He was laughing his head off at me.
Oh, I would have paid to see that. You know what else I would pay to see? Kevin do Zumba. Kevin, have you ever done Zumba?
I have no interest.
No, it's very good leg movement.
It is.
I think actually I must have grown a lot of collaterals. Yes,
Yeah.
before it went into freak show. Yes, so but I did because I moved a lot. So I'm really have been an incredibly active person, but and that's not
Just
just
try to
this.
stay active. I mean, this is, where this show kind of was dedicated to finding the right holiday gifts for people with PAD, trying to improve their circulation. One of the things that Kevin had suggested right off the top, which I think it should be the number one on everyone's, is the yoga toes. So if you go onto Amazon or whatever your online platform is, you can order these yoga toes and just just sit there and exercise those toes and exercise those toes. It's really, really important. And he said secondarily to get a training watch. And one of the things that I always suggest that helps is always set your watch and start maybe with just 10 minutes. 10 minutes doesn't seem like very long. Do, some of the exercises for 10 minutes and try and push one more step, or one more, PAD 100, or like, what did you say you do? You do the calf pumps that he taught you. Um, because Marina will tell you, right, Marina, that you started out, you're like, I'm just gonna set my timer and plan for 10 minutes. And then when 10 minutes hits, I'm gonna say, okay, give me one more minute, give me one more minute.
Well, here's another suggestion for people who can walk or run out on the roads in the winter. Reflective gear is really important for
That
visibility.
is really good. Yeah. And what about, I'm wondering if there's some sort of knee brace that they would suggest for you that would take a little bit of the pressure off the knee, when you're walking. I know my mom had one. She had a torn ligament in her knee that couldn't be fixed. And so she wore a knee brace that she got on Amazon.
Excuse me. I mean, I could ask again, but you always have to go through the doctors to get to the physios, and it would be the physio I think I would need to ask. So maybe if I give them a ring, I'll give them a ring and see if I can get something sorted. I do try to do things on my own first, you know. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Rather than rush to the medics. I really. But today has been a difficult day. So, mind
Well,
you, when
hopefully
I
we're
go for
making
shopping
things a
now,
little bit better. What?
yes, yes. But I was going to say, what was interesting was when I was in London a couple of weeks ago. And I walked around the mall very easily, which was amazing. But because it's all flat, and in fact, Alan got on Agatha instead of me, and I walked around the shops, which was amazing. Because, but I don't know if it's because I'm just walking in one straight line. But
One thing
you know,
that I just looked up what my mom had. It's called
mm,
Copper Fit. It's Copper Fit Mobilizer Knee Sleeve. And she had the Pro Series with removable side stabilizers for knee support. So it might be worth looking on Amazon for something like that and then asking your doctor if it's right for you.
okay, okay. I'm going to write that down. Pen. That'll do.
It has a little bit of compression in it. It's not a lot of compression, but it's just a tiny bit.
Okay. I won't.
Marina,
I
what
can't.
would you think people should, what do you want for the holidays to help you improve your circulation? What would help you in your supervised exercise therapy program? Better socks, the right
Money,
shoes.
money. Give me some.
Money, a little something in your stocking.
I think I went this morning, I'm just getting back, and I think, the last few weeks I've had a very difficult time. But I've also been exercising outside of the walking. And
Yeah.
I think it kills me. It just absolutely exhausts me that I can't even walk anymore. So, I spoke to the doctor on Monday. They said, okay, we'll tone it down, just focus on walking. And so I think Sunday was the last time I did it. And then I struggled, but today I was better because I didn't go to the gym yesterday. I didn't go on Monday, other than the walking. So I think I've got to take a break from that a little bit until I can. And I don't know why. I don't understand. I've been doing like water fitness for years. And it was the only thing I could do because I couldn't walk.
Yeah.
But I had no pain with that, and I felt good after doing it. And now, I mean, God, I don't know if it's the walking that's killing me or the water exercise is killing me, but together, it's brutal for me. So I'm thinking I have to stick to one, and I'm going to do the walking. So maybe some good playlists would help me. So, but it's
Kevin,
really,
what do you think? Because you had given her some advice. You had, a couple last week, the week before,
Yeah.
and she's really pushing. She's never pushed, and Marina, you've never pushed this hard walking before. So you're
no.
really getting a workout. So maybe that's why. I don't know. Let's see what Kevin has to say.
I think you have to balance your primary exercise with cross training, and the cross training mustn't strain the muscles you use for your primary. So that's why if you do a lot of running then, or a lot of gym weight workouts and stuff like that, swimming is always a great way to stretch out and get an easy workout and get a cardiovascular workout if you push it. So cross training is key, but the cross training has to not strain the primary muscles you need for doing, if you say walking, then, you need to do cross training that's upper body. So freestyle swim with a pool boy is no work for your legs except on the turn. So that's the trick. So if you're starting to struggle, it means you're straining something. Think like a detective, back off on the thing that's causing the problem, but don't let it interfere with your primary goal. And really, walking really is the best way to grow collaterals. That and running's even better, but it's tough as hell. And that, you can do on the road or on the treadmill or whatever. But yeah, if you're finding your body's telling you to back off on something, you got to find out what it is. It might be your hips, you have trouble with your hips, it'll cause you trouble everywhere. So, you can do some easy core exercises and stuff like that to strengthen your hips if that's the problem. But it always comes down to detective work, always. And we're the best detectives. A PT or a doctor or whomsoever or a coach can give advice, but at the end of the day, you're the only one who can hear what's going on inside. So, and I'm really glad you're not taking those statins.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna, I want to walk, that's my goal. That's my priority, is to be able to walk further than I can do now, without pain, hopefully one day. That's more important to me now than, going to a water aerobic class. So.
Well, it doesn't mean you can't go to the class. It just means maybe just do more of the upper body, just modify it for yourself so you can still get your a little bit of your fun in. I know you enjoy it, but just don't use, Kevin's saying, don't use your legs, do more of the upper body. And what was interesting, Kevin, is at the conference, this Dr. Bonilla that was talking about supervised exercise therapy and the benefits for patients and the no gravity walking machine. He was saying that there are studies out there that show that for people, let's say like Linda, who are not able to move as quickly with their legs due to other issues like, knee osteoarthritis, that there is some sort of improved circulation if you are doing the hand cycle, that it does help to improve some, because it's just pumping, if you get it up to a rate where you're getting a real cardiovascular workout, you're doing it at a really good speed, then it should improve the circulation throughout your whole body. So it's not a replacement for walking, but it is something that could be good adjunctive therapy that'll give you a little something to do. And you can do it when you're sitting there on your couch, Linda.
Yes. But the aqua aerobics, or I do aqua zumba, not at the moment because the pool's too cold. But I go to a class and it's great fun, and I only do upper body. So for certain movements, because you need to twist with Zumba. So, and it's the same when I go to the Zumba classes occasionally. I will try and go more. I just do upper body. Yeah,
That's
and
good.
then sometimes I get up and I do a little Linda dance, and then I get down again.
A Linda,
So,
did she just say a Linda dance, Kevin? I think
I
she said,
Doug,
I
Doug
do a
just
little Linda
suggested-
dance.
Doug just suggested for presents of the Christmas season or whenever you call it. He suggested walking sticks to take load off your legs, and he also suggested merino wool socks. And merino wool has a lot of lanolin in it, so it's good for your skin and your feet. And I thought that was good advice. Thank you, Doug.
Yeah, Linda, the walking sticks might help take some pressure off your knees as well, having the dual walking
Yeah.
sticks. So that's a really good holiday gift. Oh, Douglas, unmute for a second. Tell us about your walking sticks. He has some good walking sticks.
let's have a look at your walking stick. Okay.
And for those of you who are on YouTube watching, make sure, just email info at padhelp.org if you ever want to join our live studio audience. But don't forget, since you are on YouTube already, subscribe to our channel to get more great content like this and to join us every single week. Douglas, let's see those walking sticks.
The idea that I got behind the walk when I started 5 years ago, and this when I started having issues, and then I couldn't walk, but they helped me feel more comfortable walking psychologically, and I felt a little more stable, and
Yeah.
it helped me feel more stable. And there's so many different styles out there. You can get a regular walking stick that are solid, but I have adjustable walking sticks where I can adjust them depending on where I'm walking. And it just helps me feel more stable, because when I was walking without them, yeah, I felt kind of unstable. And Kevin, I just have to, I know I've said this before, the wool socks have made an utterly absolute difference in my feet.
That's good.
Kevin, why is that? Why do you suggest wool socks?
Well, I suggest that you don't wear don't wear tube socks. And wool socks are usually expensive, but they're well designed and well made. So you're not going to chuck high quality wool into a tube sock machine. I think that's one of the reasons. Another thing is that wool is fairly elastic, and I think it leaves room for your feet to spread. Furthermore, the insulation is really good. Wool is much safer than cotton if you're sweating, because that can actually cause blisters and stuff like that. I know mountaineers swear that cotton is like the death material. And so wool goes way back. And it's, I wear wool socks. I wear smart wool socks in my walking shoes when I'm, going for long walks and I need to keep my feet warm.
When I first heard about it, Kevin, it was like, you'll feel the difference. And I'm like, no, I don't pay attention to it. But since I've changed them from the tube socks, I can feel a difference in my toes, because I have noticed that the tube socks do kind of compress on your toes together because they don't have the flexibility my wool socks do. I hope that makes sense.
The amount of constriction of a tube sock is very slight, but it's all the damn time. It's all the time. So it's encouraging your feet to kind of contract in and compress those vessels between your metatarsals. So, and wool is a really, it's a good material. You don't have to kill a sheep. Maybe I'm saying because I was in sheep diseases research for 5 years and I like sheep. I mean, they're remarkable animals, but that's a whole nother story.
Well, that's great news.
Wool socks have been a complete game changer for me over this last week. I've been toying since having the really cold feet over the last couple of weeks and worrying and being diagnosed with this bloody Raynaud's now. I've been toying around with these merino wool socks, heated socks. I've bought some heated socks that you can the battery pack that links into your phone, so you can control the heat with your phone. And I bought some boots that are fur lined that have just been an absolute game changer for me. This week I've just had such a better week than I did the week before.
Well, you were a bit down, Mike, and you seem happier this week.
Yeah. I am a lot happier. I'm a lot happier with it myself as well, with it, especially because I've got the heated insoles as well, and the heated hand warmers and heated toe warmers that I'm using for my toes as well. So yeah, I'm like a completely different person again this week. So
yeah,
and it's the
I have another question, Kevin.
Yeah.
The walking, when you mentioned the watches. I mean, for some of us, we're a little short on cash sometimes. So the good thing is, probably every one of us have a phone, and we do have a walking app in our program that will help you keep track of your claudication and your walk and your collateral walking. So, if I get a smartwatch like that, does it have to have all that other stuff on it, or does it really matter?
It depends on what you want to record. I mean, I've been using them for 50 years or so. I probably had 10 different Garmins of various kinds, but it records a lot of information, and you can use that to see your progress. That's why I like it. But don't forget, this was about getting a holiday gift. I wasn't talking about you buying the watch. I was talking about you persuading a friend to buy you the watch.
Are you talking about a Christmas present? Is that a Christmas present?
Say Christmas because that's not politically correct, right?
Oh,
It's a
blow
holiday
that.
gift.
It's Christmas.
I'm a
end of year
dyed-in-the-wool. I'm a dyed-in-the-wool, secular, basically atheist person. I don't claim to be an atheist because nobody knows what's really going on in the universe. So it's much more interesting than people realize. But so we have to say holiday gift. But to me, Christmas is.
Do you have to say that? Seriously?
Well,
you have to say that.
Somebody will call in and complain because they're Jewish or they're a Baha'i or maybe somebody from the Taliban will call in and not like it. You never know. People are crazy. And so
everyone holds other people accountable for their happiness, that in order to affirm their beliefs, you have to change and acknowledge theirs. And, I just think let people celebrate the way they want to celebrate and don't expect other people to affirm or deny what you believe. If I say Merry Christmas, well, that's my expression. My intent is not to disrespect you. It's just I'm loving on you in the way I know how.
I think, Tim, it's the same issue as telling people to go talk to their doctor, whether you mention your religion or not. It's an ethical and complex problem. It's the same thing. And that's why I mention it. So if we all
when I
talk
say
about
that.
Christmas presents all the time, I've got friends who are Jewish, friends who are Baha'is, or people I know who are Baha'is and stuff like that. And then as soon as I mention I lived in Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Arkansas for 2 years. And I had to explain to those people what an atheist is.
Hi, Steve.
And so it's pretty interesting, and people get all bent out of shape. I don't care.
How,
but I was
how
just,
about another? How about another gift idea?
yeah.
What about
Hi, Steve.
those that are changing their eating habit, like Instapots, or what about olive oil? My brother asked me the other day if he bought me olive oil, what kind of olive oil I wanted, because he knows I'm eating healthier.
I'll message him.
No,
Tell him I
those
have the link for him.
Those are good ideas, Doug, actually. I
Yeah,
mean, I
the
use
Amphora Nueva.
I don't use lard or anything like that.
They just came in with
Hey,
a new shipment of really high quality olive oil over. If you go to amphoranueva.com/Marin, AMPHORANUEVA.com/Marin, and you ask for the DSO and you say that Kim sent you, you'll get a 10% discount. But that's where they source their olive oil across the globe, and they give you the data. It's clinically proven to have high levels of polyphenols and oleocanthols and all that goodness. So you hit me on that one, Douglas. You know me. I'm
Make sure you check the date. Remember, make sure you check the dates on your olive oil, because you don't want it. You don't want it manufactured 2 years ago and been sitting on the shelf because it's not any good anymore.
Yeah, harvested 2 years ago. And then
who is Steve Parr?
Hi, Steve. Join us. Say hello. Unmute. Welcome.
Unmute.
You've joined our circus.
Well, who is he?
Oh, he's in our network. Here, you have to unmute. You can press the unmute button and then join us. There you are.
Hi. Yes, I've been diagnosed with this PDA some 2 years ago.
Yeah.
The surgeon, I didn't understand nothing about it. I was only 31 when I found out. Then they wanted to do a major operation, but it come to light that I have a smashed hip, and it's my ball and socket has grown really damaged. And it needs a hip replacement. But instead, because of the walking, they come and done the artery bypass in the bottom of my belly and in my groin area. It didn't work. A year later, well, not even a year later, it's been 11 months later, the same surgeon then done ballooning. I then went for some scans 2 months ago, and knew straight away he was going to ask me to come in. And then I went to see the same person, and he said, "Yeah, you're going to have to have another ballooning. It's furring and it's damaging the joint of the bypass, like." And then when I asked for other opinions and how come you couldn't harvest the vein from my arm and all of this, and he was pretty rude and laughed at he's meant to be the professor. He was pretty rude and laughed, and it got me annoyed.
Cool.
And it got me annoyed, and I'd recorded the call, the consultation time anyway. And he just keeps putting it down to smoking, and I said, okay then. So why was it only in my left artery, right in the area where my hip is smashed to pieces, and I'm 2 centimeters shorter because I'd had an accident basically when I was 15, and it hadn't been found until I'd gone to the doctors about this walking, and I'd found out that because I was in Turkey, and someone said, "Oh, you've got blocked arteries in your leg. They need to put a stent in there." And I was like, "Oh, I'll go back to England and have that done." And it's been a ball ache.
Have you had an ABI test?
A what?
ABI, ankle brachial index test for
Yeah, they done that after. So when they done the when they performed the first surgery, it was 50 to 75% blockage.
Right.
More towards the 75, obviously. And to put that a couple of days or a couple of weeks even, it was fine, and then straight away said no, it's getting blocked. And it's
Is it getting blocked by clot? Are you
no.
clotting for some reason aside from having some calcium buildup in there? Do you know if have they checked for some sort of clotting disorder? Is that why it went down?
They checked and they just said that it has to be there's inflammation, so at the join where it goes onto the main
Okay.
artery, it's the side of it and the join. He said, I don't really understand it, but I said, why would I want to go for this third operation after knowing now, really, what you haven't done nothing except walking up even more since doing this and finding out all of this. Like, and I think it's been 3 years now, so it's an operation every 3 years. Like, do I want another one? Do I want another one? Like, when is it going to be fixed? When? What do you know what I mean? Like.
And can you walk now, Steve? Can you walk or not?
I can for about 50 meters, 100 meters.
And then what happens?
The pain in my leg is just unbearable.
Where's the pain?
In my calf, top of the calf. But because he's done all the work and damaged all my nerve in the top of my thigh, like I get really bad pain in my thigh. Where he's done the operation has gone really hard. And he said he doesn't want to go back in because where the muscle would have been sewn from the bypass, it
here's a recommendation. You might be able to improve things by changing the way you move. And the best way to do that, if you can afford it or you can find a source, is to study Feldenkrais, which will teach you to improve your biomechanics. This is where it should have all started. It should have started with you changing the way you move. I mean, I don't know what the structure of your hip joint is or any of that stuff, but to start with surgery is usually a really bad idea. Surgery should be the very, very last thing you do. Pills are the next to last, but body movement changes can make a big difference. So I don't know your situation, but I hear a kind of red flag in my head. And if you have a hip problem from damage, some kind of injury when you were younger, Feldenkrais is actually a good approach. It happened to me. I had a motorcycle wreck when I was 18. It broke my right ankle. I guarded that ankle for the next 35 years. When I tried to run after about 5 miles, I got pain in my knee. I had surgery. I spent over $3,000 on various physicians looking at my knee, injecting stuff into the bursa in my knee. This is back in my late 40s, early 50s, a long time ago. And in the end, it turned out all my problems were because I was locking my ankle. And this was throwing out my alignment, causing all the knee pain. And that was discovered by a Feldenkrais instructor. As soon as she diagnosed the problem was in my ankle, not my knee, even though the pain was in my knee, I then worked to get that ankle going. A PT came up with some great exercises for that. At that time, I was wearing shoes of 2 different sizes because I was holding my right foot in tight, guarding the ankle. 35 years after the bike wreck, I didn't know it was a habit. And Feldenkrais helped me fix that. And probably within 6 months, I was running 10, 20 miles, whereas the physicians did me no good. And I'm not saying physicians have also saved my life, but it sounds like you could improve your situation quite a bit by approaching it from a biomechanical approach. I'm not saying you don't have to follow up on vascular, interventions and all that stuff, but I'll tell you, looking at how you move and changing the way you move, for me, has changed. I mean, here I am still with PAD and aortic aneurysm. God knows what. I had rickets as a kid. I was born in World War II. I played on bomb sites, had poor nutrition. I'm still doing triathlons. I'm still, doing half Ironman. Whether I do a full again, I don't know. And I would say 90% of that is because of consistent exercise and changing the way I moved, learning how to move efficiently. And that may help you get around. When it comes to the pain, the claudication pain, are you familiar with this turning your feet and the foot pump stuff that I put out and people are starting to use, where you actually use your feet to improve blood flow in your feet, which actually improves venous return in your calves. So there are things you can do beyond what the doctors are telling you, but be very careful of surgical intervention, which of course.
Yeah, what have you
clearly
been to
are.
Kevin's site? Have you been to his YouTube channel?
No. This is
It's
no, I read-
YouTube. He doesn't promote himself very well. He's amazing. You got to check out his YouTube channel and subscribe to it. youtube.com/the @fit old dog. If someone can type it in really quick for him, but youtube.com/the @fit old dog. And he also has a great newsletter. It comes out every Thursday. It's inspirationalselfhelpbooks.com. And just because he's not going to say it, I'm actually going to bring it up if Joshua doesn't mind and doesn't object. He's our amazing YouTube magician here. But I want to bring up Kevin has multiple books, which are so down to earth. Thank you, Mike, for putting that in the chat. But
Steve, are you English?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm English too. I don't like to put myself forward. If people congratulate me on something, I shuffle my feet. I mean, and I'm terrible at sales because I just don't
so
like
this
putting
is
myself forward. That's all. The Kim embarrasses me a bit.
well, I would. I mean, if I didn't think that, if I didn't believe in them, if I
Well,
didn't, I mean, I
appreciate you
actually
doing it.
gave.
I appreciate
What?
you doing it, Kim. I really do. I'm just not very
Well,
good
you
at it.
know, I believe in it. What did I buy? I think I bought like 20 to 30 books and I gave them out to people at our last conference in Chicago because I believed in them so much. And I've, gotten them
Yeah.
to a couple doctors as well. This one I love. It's a really good How to Fight the Crippling Pain of Peripheral Artery Disease. I think it's a really good one to start with. And the reason I said is because it gives more history of Kevin. You can hear his voice, hear him talking here. He writes like he speaks. It's really conversational. It's relatable. He's not talking at you. He's literally sharing his experience and his passion and what he's learned. So it comes across, you'll get through that book so quickly, and then you'll want to go back through it again. And then he has his new one. Oh, this is his old one. This one's even interesting. This was the first one I read, which was How to Train for Aging. And this is just a great overall in general one. So when you have people that are over the age of 60, for example, in your life, and you want to inspire them to know that literally life is not over, that they could live to more than 100. I mean, it's all in their hands. Kevin talks about how to train for aging. He's 82 years old and still competing at a world level and half Ironman. So that's that one. That's just a general book. That's for everyone. So even if a family member does not have PAD, that's a great book for them. And then is this the new one, Kevin? Oh no, this is one of your smaller ones. I like this one too. So also he has, if you go, you're literally gonna go down a rabbit hole when you go on his Amazon page. But this one's a shorter book. So if you want to start shorter, use your feet to save your feet. And Linda, this one is a great one for you because he teaches you how to turn your feet and calves into remote blood pumping stations. And he starts from the very beginning and he explains all of it. So one, you can go to his YouTube page, but then also you should take a look at his, it's on the Kindle. I didn't realize, Kevin, you put it on paperback too for this one. It's not very long. I need to go and put a review there because it's really good. I think it's good for beginners. It's good for people. We're going to talk next week about an article. Kevin and I just had my first journal article published, and I mentioned Kevin and some of the exercises in there. So he was referenced for the first time, with these exercises in a trade journal, which is kind of cool. Okay, this is it, Kevin. This is your newest one.
Yeah, okay, Kim, I'm turning that under a slightly different name into an audio book right now, and I'll finish that in the next week or so and put it out as an audio book, which I think some people.
Oh, this one's going to be an audio book?
Yeah, under a slightly different title and incorporating some of my new ideas. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm working on that now to create an audio book from an ebook or a paperback. You have to go all the way through the book, get rid of images, get rid of anything that works in a paperback, and you have to convert it into almost a conversational style to hold attention all the way through. I mean, I just put out my first audio book on my Asperger's memoir, and it actually works quite well, I think. I mean, Josh can speak to that. I think he started looking at it. But so that's this one, I think this training plan pulls together most of my work. There's a little bit since then that I can add. So right now I'm working on that and converting it to an audio book. But that's also
Wow.
available as a paperback or an ebook.
Wow.
It gives you a place
Yeah.
to start.
You
And
can just
Yeah.
look up Kevin Thomas Morgan on there, and he does a great job. And what I like about this one, the book is actually associated with 33 instructional videos, 33 instructional videos that are available on his YouTube channel. And again, youtube.com/the@fit old dog. And if you know Kevin cares so much. He's really not in it, for the money. He's really in it to help. But it helps when you can, pick up his book and sell a few copies, give a couple,
Definitely.
to
Yeah.
your friends as well. I guarantee it's going to be a book that's going to be by your bedside. You're going to pick it up multiple times. You're going to engage with it. You don't have to read it from start to finish, although I did the first time, but then you can go back and there are certain things that you just reference and reread that will help you in different different moments in your journey for inspiration. But he has no DP. He has no dorsalis pedis pulse. He is blocked literally from groin to toe. And he has proven that you can literally keep your legs, if you care for your feet, and you do these exercises, he's proven that you don't need these procedures. Now, if you have a clotting disorder, that's something to get checked out because you've got to get on the right medication for that to stop the clotting. But in general, the definition of PAD is really the atherosclerosis, the rock hard calcium, right, in your leg arteries. And that you can develop your collateral vessels. Now, if you do continue to smoke, though, you could do all the walking in the world, and you're not going to get anywhere because the nicotine actually damages those collateral vessels. Unfortunately, I mean, you imagine they damage the bigger vessels, but these are really tiny vessels, and you need every bit of the natural vessel to dilate, and the nicotine prevents oxygen from hopping on the school bus and actually being able to travel down to your toes.
Steve, when did your symptoms first appear?
About 3 years ago, and then when I went to the doctors, I got found out in Turkey, and my friend, she was English, and she knew doctors and that, and she said, "I'll just have it tested to see what it is." They done the baby heartbeat Doppler thing on my leg, then said I have to go to the hospital. So I went to the hospital, then was having a scan on my belly and my leg and around my groin area. And then he said, "Oh, you need to have a stent put in." And I said, "No way." I said, "I'll go home. Give me the documents." I had scans, took them home. Doctor then didn't really care. It wasn't until like not last December, the December before, they then said, "Oh, we'll do a CT scan." Done a CT scan from that waist downwards, found the blockage, and then straight away in January, that was in December that they'd done the CT scan, and in January I'd had the operation, and he didn't tell me what I was having, and I didn't really understand it because I'm quite young, and I suffer from dyslexia anyway, and reading, writing. And I'd gone there, and he said, "You have to have this operation. I won't know what I'm doing until you're asleep." And then when I woke up, I've then been like, "What the fuck?" Do you think? So I've got a slice on my near my groin, and then a slice vertical along my belly. So it was like, what's going on? And then the lady there, she said, I said, "I'm in it at my age for this, and it's due to smoking." And she would say that you would be very unlikely to get that at your age. It's
How much
very,
do you smoke?
probably 20 fags, 30 fags a day I did.
Okay, a significant amount, but not crazy.
But then
What is your blood lipid profile? I mean, these are things, let me tell you, you're just starting on this journey, but you need to take charge of your health. You need to know exactly what they did. You don't need to have medical training to do this. You just have to ask people. Your medical record and surgical record are your property, whether you're in England or America or wherever, they're your property. You need to fully understand everything they did. When it comes to your distal limb, I mean, down by your feet and stuff like that, there's work you can do. When it comes to moving and having one leg slightly shorter than the other or whatever, you can improve that by changing the way you move and you moving with your whole body and your shoulders. I think you need to fully understand exactly what was done. You're welcome to contact me directly if you want. I'm a veterinarian, by the way. And as you aren't a horse, I won't shoot you. And that's a joke. That's a joke.
Kevin,
me, and I said, "How can you laugh? Do you mean you were meant to have done like the best fix, and then now you're coming in with the non-invasive fix, and you want to do that again? Like, what? Why did you?" And my argument is now I'm no better off having any of these operations to what I was.
Yeah, and so are you in the National Health Service?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. That is
But
part.
no,
I'm from England. I left England when I was 30, and the National Health Service has severe limitations. If the doctor laughs at you, you need a new doctor, but how do you find one in the National Health Service? It's
that's it.
almost impossible. And so somehow you've got to take charge of your health, get all the information you can. People here and other physicians can give you advice on what to do, but you absolutely have to take charge. And I'm very suspicious of what's happened to you, but I don't know the whole story. So now you need to start thinking about how to fully understand what's happened and how can you personally take charge of your health and how can you find a better physician. I mean, this is really important because a poor physician will kill you. I'm sorry, but they will. And they still get paid. So anyway, I think we're running out of time here now, but I'm glad you came on. And if we can help in any way, we will. But you have to become your best physician, Steve. You really do. And it's not that complicated. You don't have to know the whole of medicine. You just have to know your situation. So there must be scans you've had and stuff like that that are available for you to, to see and share and whatever. So anyway, you're just starting on a struggle of a journey, but I'm glad you came here anyway. I don't know what
yeah, me too. And Steve, go ahead and sign up for his newsletter. And Kevin is amazing at getting back to you and interacting. So he actually is the one on the other end of any email or messenger or anything like that. He's really good at helping you every step of the way. And I hope you can join us next week too. We're here, every Wednesday. We also have
definitely.
there are a few of us that hang out at Mike, what time do we hang out with the UK group?
I was just going to mention that myself. The UK hangout is it's 7 p.m. in England. I'm in Canada, so it's 3 p.m. here. So you're 4 hours ahead of us. So it's 7 p.m.
Okay then. You from Exeter, Mike?
No, I'm from Manchester, but I live in Canada now.
Okay then.
Yeah, I'm from Bristol.
Steve, you're
Bristol,
from Kevin's from Bristol too.
That's where I live now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
Just outside of Bristol in Polton.
Oh, in Portland?
Polton, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I used to. Yeah, I lived on. What was the name? Oh, so long ago now. I lived there over 60 years ago. I left there when I was in my 20s. So, yeah, Colin Brow, I remember. I went to school there. I went to St. George's Grammar in Bristol a long time ago, but that's closed now.
Wow.
And I was a vet there for a year, going to farm animals and stuff. So, now we are away from ivermectin, thank God.
Well, I was just looking that up because my dad messaged me and he said, "Hey, should I get ivermectin?" I'm like, I don't know. So ivermectin or Paxlovid for COVID, I don't know. I was just looking it up. I mentioned in the beginning, Steve, you missed it. My dad has COVID, so I'm hiding in my office because I care
Oh
for him.
no.
I fixed his breakfast, fixed his coffee, created a nice elixir of emergency and turkey tail mushroom powder. I have a nebulizer I just ordered.
It was
And
stocked
now
up.
I'm trying to figure out what the science says between the two. And I figured I was going to ask Kevin because Kevin is a retired veterinarian and he's heard all the stuff about ivermectin. It's, always trending when it comes to COVID. I've never really sat and looked it up. So I was just
If you're
curious.
tired of a parasitic infestation of some kind, because then ivermectin will be a good idea. Otherwise, no.
Yeah.
Oh.
Read the literature, see on PubMed, do not trust Bobby Kennedy.
How old are you now, Steve? If you don't mind me asking.
35.
Oh, man.
35.
How
Yeah,
old are
wow.
you?
I'm
You're too-
44. I was diagnosed in February this year when I was 43. I've got a narrowing in my thigh. So yeah, I'm feeling it being so young as well. So you're not on your own there, mate.
No, it's crazy. Like every time I go in the waiting rooms or anything to see the vascular people, I'm the youngest there, and like the
Yeah.
guy looks down at me and like that's really disrespectful. And I think you're getting paid and you're in this position and you're just laughing. If I'm one of them people that feel that way, however many patients is there that leave
It's
here?
yeah.
Yeah, like it's
Please,
mad.
wait, let me give you a piece of advice. You ready?
Go on.
Under no circumstances do you hit him. I know the temptation. I know that feeling when
Hi,
you're
Linda.
an idiot, but just don't hit him because they've got better lawyers than you do, probably.
Yeah, he looks down and he's like, well, you either want the operation or not. And I'm like, well, you didn't fix it the first time with the tubing, and then you went in with ballooning, and now you want to go in again with ballooning. Then you want to go in again in 9 months with ballooning? Look.
Yeah, a lot depends on whether you can grow collaterals around that particular vessel. If it's up in your pelvis, the chances are less good. I mean, Kim may know more about that than me.
No, I'm not too sure.
There are some vessels that, is that what you're asking? There are just some vessels that can grow collateral vessels a lot better than others. I know that they always say that if you have your iliacs or your aorta that are pretty narrow, those are such big arteries that you always just need to do something about them
Iliac.
because so much blood flow is affected and you can never grow enough collateral vessels to make up for the narrowing, significant narrowing in your iliacs, in your common femoral artery. That's your sit artery and your bendy spot. And so the key
That's
places
the
where you can
one.
really build.
They're the both arteries that they've done.
Do you have a
Wow.
scan that you can share? Do you have a picture of what's been done?
No, I had it on. I sent it to Kim. Just the work that they've done, and then they've done some
Kim has it.
ballooning.
I can take a look at it. Anyway, you need to take charge of yourself.
Yeah.
You can't trust these people. They have
No.
amazing skills, amazing abilities, but some are more serious than others about saving you. So it doesn't
But
sound.
then he's like, I said, when are you planning to do this operation? And he's like, 3 weeks.
Oh, well,
It's-
but I would get a second opinion because honestly, you might just need a different doctor with a different set of tools and different experience, just
but then
because they do have the.
my different opinion, that was the professor, which worked alongside the surgeon that done it.
Right. Well, they work together.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
How
You
many-
need a different
you need to go
opinion
to
of
somebody
completely
else.
different care system that has a different philosophy that might have a few different approaches. The UK, if you go to PAD, what is it, padtrials.org, you have different doctors across the nation that have different trials even.
This is a national health system. You're not on Bupa, are you, by any chance, if that still exists?
No.
You know, the private health system, but it's
Yeah,
expensive.
no.
It's just too expensive.
And now, because I've only just found out about this, now they don't accept it. It's all like, fuck off, you can't put that on it now. It's just sky high. Like, but him, where he's done the operation, he's made like, before I was walking fine. I was a plasterer for many, many years. It was only when I was like 31 that I'd stopped. I couldn't work because of being on that side. So maybe where my hip, I think I got a picture of my hip on this phone, where I'd been leaning basically to my left. Maybe that would have done the damage like standing, but it's just odd how that artery in that area of my hip is smashed to pieces, and you've now replaced it, and it's still not good. Like,
Yeah.
Wow, you've
I'm
really
gonna-
been through it, haven't you?
in
You've
a
been
short
through it.
time. That's my.
Oh, so he's
That's my.
showing us his scan over here. Okay, that looks like your
That's my right
abdomen.
hip. No, yeah, that's my abdomen here. And he said that was the vein there, the artery. My right was good, and that was my left.
So that hip joint's completely destroyed.
Yeah. And now they won't do the operation or it touched the hip until the blood flow sorted. Like, it's mad. It's,
Well, we can't solve
Yeah.
this problem in this session, but now we know a bit about it. And seeing that image was
Yep.
actually helpful. All
Yeah,
right.
so we hope that you can come back, Steve. We want to get, continue to work with you
Yeah.
and everyone. Make sure subscribe to our channel, youtube.com/the @ the way to my heart. Like this video. It really helps with our algorithm to get the word out there. The more likes, the more engagement. Leave a comment,
Yeah.
share your favorite holiday gifts, Christmas gifts, whatever it might be, whatever your pleasure, whatever you do over the holidays. Share those ideas to help improve circulation in the comments section. That would be amazing. But also subscribe to Kevin's channel at youtube.com/the @ Fit Old Dog. And don't forget to visit Amazon. He has some great gift ideas there with his books that are really helpful for people who are looking to improve their claudication for PAD. But have a great week, everyone. Make sure if you want to join our live studio audience, again, email info@padhelp.org.
And I know what Steve needs for Christmas. He needs a second opinion. If you can,
Yes, third opinion.
yeah, third
Yeah.
opinion. You can possibly get it.
It's just that's why I asked Kim, and she recommended a few doctors like in London and that, and I can go there. I told the guy I travel anywhere because you haven't fixed it, and you've done this the way you've made it is like the pipe is meant to fix it completely, and it clearly hasn't. So
Dr.
I
Ahmed
don't
in
really.
Manchester.
Huh?
Dr. Ahmed in Manchester.
Yeah, Dr. Nasir Ahmad in Manchester, if you're close to there. I don't know where you're close to, but there
No,
are some
it's
great
It's a
doctors.
bit far from there.
Well, Manchester's up the road.
I drive there. I don't care. Do you know what I mean? It's that bad, and obviously this
Yeah,
guy having to do another operation like that. It's like why? Why do I want to have
yeah.
another operation? Because he'd done the last one. He went up in my left side and then up to my belly, then back down to my right side when he done the ballooning. Like, this is mad.
Wow.
Okay, well, we need to talk some more, but we can't do it now because we're running out of time.
No.
Yeah.
That's it. Give me a message and I'll contact. I'll come back and message you.
Okay, that'll be fine.
Sounds good.
Come on,
Thanks,
smash 'em.
everyone. Thanks for joining us. Have a great week.
And
Oh,
you,
boy.
cheers. Ta-da.